What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's episode, we have a bunch of important stuff to discuss. Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Theta to BTC, technical analysis, and charting. We're also going to be jumping into two articles as well as the coin market cap. We're going to be looking at the Litecoin price prediction, the new milestones for Litecoin to boost the price, as well as discussing some very interesting things related to Bitcoin solely. They're very interesting, and I thought I would share it with you guys. But basically, there's an article published basically discussing Bitcoin is cheap until April, and then we'll never see 3,000 again. That's interesting and definitely spiked my interest, and I would like to go over that with you guys. If any of that sounds interesting or something you'd like to hear about, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, right now I'm on the current coin market cap, and I did refresh the page really quick, and as we can see, a market cap of 135 billion, 24-hour volume of 32.8, and Bitcoin dominance of 51.1%. So the takeaway from that is we're seeing definitely a decrease in Bitcoin dominance, indicating altcoins are starting to move up to the upside. We're seeing a 24-hour volume is about the same as yesterday. Market cap is slightly higher. You can see we're definitely having a mix in terms of the top 10 cryptocurrencies, but for the most part, they're up. Out of the top 10, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 10 are in green, which is an indicator they're pulling back up. They're seeing a slight increase. The only ones that are down is XRP, EOS, and Binance Coin, but for the most part the market is a beautiful shade of green. Even some double digits. QDOM is up 20%. We have Lisk at 12.8%, but for the most part markets look good, and you can't complain about that. So before we jump into the articles, guys, if you have yet to sign up for the ABRA exchange and you'd like to support the channel, they're doing a huge promotion. All you got to do is sign up, deposit $5 of US dollars from your bank, and they will reward you for signing up to help you out with a $25 sign up bonus of free Bitcoin. So go claim that, guys. Super easy, help support the channel. A free $25 of Bitcoin. Who doesn't like that? It does help support the channel. It is the second link in the description, so check that out. Otherwise, moving on to the technical analysis aspects, so I do want to just discuss and talk about what exactly is going on with Litecoin. So Litecoin has had a great start to the year with over 8% price surge and heading towards a $57 at press time. So yet in a view of many people, the bulls seem too weak to build upon the gains massively. So Litecoin might be slowing and gaining. However, new milestone coming up and ongoing development may, as well set the stage for a massive price boost that we could be seeing. And I do think that's coming, guys. A new milestone that could boost Litecoin price is how as the Litecoin Lightning Network works. So it's expanding, as we know. Notably, an aspect of this Lightning Network is the activation of the segregated witness, which makes the cryptocurrency capable of enabling Lightning Network to support some point, and therefore ahead of even Bitcoin. Litecoin was the first cryptocurrency to enable this segregated witness. So it's pretty awesome. It says up until now, it appears that enthusiasm for this tech as technology has been to some degree dull. While there are various payment channels, many are not happy about the figures. Some ongoing changes have permitted the quantity of Lightning Network channels on Litecoin to rise just over 1,000. And then we also want to discuss that another milestone for Litecoin is the fact that 60 million Litecoins have currently been mined on the Litecoin's Medium channel, which suggests about 71% of the total supply of Litecoin has been mined and is in circulation. So definitely interesting, considering there are only 84 million tokens in the world, and then that's it. They're all been mined through. So that's what I wanted to discuss in terms of Litecoin and why they see that shooting up in the near future. Then to discuss Bitcoin's price and why people think Bitcoin is going to shoot up in the next future. Is basically, it says, despite being down 80% from its all-time high, a fairly large number of investors are still cautious about shorting Bitcoin in a low price range. Bitcoin shorts achieved a 3-week high earlier this week, demonstrating a lack of confidence of investors in the cryptocurrency market to the near performance of the Bitcoin exchange. So basically that means they don't have the confidence to short it because they think it's going to start going up. But according to a trader known as the cryptocurrency industry as Galaxy, Bitcoin at 3,000 may be a rare opportunity that does not come again in the near future. So what do I mean by that? According to Galaxy, since its inception, Bitcoin has established a trend of reaching a new all-time high and during a steep decline in the price, initiating an accumulation and recovering to a new high. So based on that trend, the trader said that investors will likely never see Bitcoin at $3,000 once, again, after April, and the dominant crypto is en route to recovering in 1 to 2 months. He said, and I quote, "Although prices may appear random to some, they actually create repeating patterns and trends," which is what we discussed with you guys. Observing these patterns makes April the last month of cheap Bitcoin, and now, of course, it will be cheap multiple times in the near future, but never $3,000 cheap. So that's pretty awesome. So there are several traders and technical analysts that foresee Bitcoin replicating its price movement in November, which is right around the corner, wherein it experienced 3 months of stability and then fell nearly 50% the following month. But for the most part, a lot of people are calling a big move to be coming within Bitcoin and Litecoin. That's kind of what I want to discuss with you. Now, shifting our focus, I do want to look at the current technical analysis, the charts for Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and lastly, Theta. So Litecoin definitely has a very interesting pattern going on that I do want to discuss with you guys, but basically we see that there was some sort of ascending, wedge, not a falling wedge this time, but some sort of positive, on-growing wedge. And you can see we're slowly, bouncing off of support at 53, which again, to me, I'm kind of on the edge of investing or buying back into Litecoin at this current moment. I am holding on for the long term, and I did get some really good prices when I bought back at like $29, $30. But you can see down here at 52, and I even purchased way before then too, not to mention, but being at only $52, it tested back up and shot up with support. My big worry is the fact that we are so close to being overbought. Trading at 64 gives us plenty of potential to get into overbought territory very quick, and that doesn't really give us much profit opportunities. So it could potentially see a spike to $60 being the highest in the near future, but then I'm ultimately seeing some sort of pullback down to like $50, $51. So then, sorry, I was about to sneeze. Next thing is the fact, it's definitely holding a very good support. That is one thing that I do like to see. And the fact is that we're holding a very good resistance at the top too. My biggest concern, like I said, is the fact that we are so close to being overbought, and that is scary to me, and I don't want to invest in that. And I'm going to stay away from Litecoin at the current moment. Not that I hate Litecoin, not that I'm anti-Litecoin, but for this moment in time, I'm really shooting and looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum for my judgment as to what Litecoin will do in the future. So shifting our focus to Bitcoin right now. Now, guys, 2 statements really quick. If you do want to keep your cryptocurrency safe, I do have a link. I am supporting, Ledger, huge brand. I did make a video about them a couple of videos ago, and they are a huge way to keep your cryptocurrency safe. It's probably one of the best ways to keep your cryptocurrency safe. If you wanted to pick up a Ledger, I believe they are very cheap right now. Definitely check out the link in the description. It's to the Ledger page, direct link, as well as a link to their website. So definitely check that out. And then if you guys do want access to any of my TradingView charts and charts that I'm graphing right now, there's a link also, the first link in the description, to my Patreon. But otherwise, support is being held very, very, very strong right here. And you can see we are coming very close to this downtrend. So not only are we retesting our high-low middle moving averages, we're flatlined on the 54, and we're just trading sideways. No volume, flatlined on price, getting caught with a support at around $3,800, and we're being followed by this downtrend. And I said around the end of March, so potentially next week, we could see a very, very, very vigorous move. And I am going to quote myself on this because I know it's coming, and I'm almost certain it is, about 95%. When we test right over here, not only these 2 bands, but the downtrend being held by support, we're either going to break bearish and fall to these lower levels, or we're going to see a massive spike and potentially shoot up to easily $5,500 within a couple of hours, if not a day or two. So I'm definitely keeping a close eye on that. That's why Litecoin doesn't really show much of a pattern at the current moment. There is this ascending wedge, and we are being treated with some resistance at the top. But if we do see Bitcoin break bullish, we should see the price retest $60 very easily. But moving on to Ethereum, guys, really quick. So Ethereum is definitely some sort of in some sort of way tied in with Bitcoin at the current moment. Some way their prices have synced and their graphs look very similar, which makes sense. You know, Bitcoin is number one. Ethereum, I believe, is number two. Let me check real quick. I believe it is. I believe it. Yeah, it beat XRP. So it is back in number two position. So they're very synced up right now. And that to me is an indication that when either one decides to move, it's foreshadowing that the other one is going to move as well. So that's why I'm keeping a very close eye, because Ethereum looks the best out of Bitcoin and Litecoin. Bitcoin being number two, Litecoin being number three, in my honest opinion, and being as transparent as I can. But I can anticipate some sort of breakout truly within Bitcoin and Ethereum. We definitely need to retest not only our green band as a resistance. We're being held by a support at 130, yeah, around $130, and we should trade. You can see trade in sideways here. You can see we're testing resistance at this green band, but similar to Bitcoin, sideways momentum on the RSI, sideways trading on the price, being flatlined and crushed by our downtrends, and we are going to break out with a very, very, very vigorous, high volume move in the very, very near future. And I'm really trying to stress that because I know the channel can get stagnant when we're seeing price kind of flatline out, but that usually, and more than not, is an indication that we're going to see a big move. And I know it's hard to kind of deal and cope with days when we're just seeing sideways trading, but it's hard. You got to take a step back and look at this from a wider, angle, a more macro economic standpoint instead of so micro, that when we do see the sideways trading, it's leading up, it's like charging up to make this massive movement that we're going to see pretty soon, in my opinion. Lastly, to end things with Theta, guys, Theta does look very nice. I think I'm going to switch things up and use XRP next week, but at the current moment, Theta looks very healthy. It did pull back, which it needed to do. It pulled all the way down to 56, which is much nicer than where it was, which was overbought at 76. So that pullback was definitely healthy. You can see this blue uptrend that I drew. We got caught in this channel, which is fine. We're going to trade out sideways like I can draw for you guys. We're going to probably do something like this, test this resistance, come back here, and we're either going to, which I've seen a lot with ascending triangles, is dump. And it's probably going to get caught up with this high-low MMA, so we'll probably reach a price level around here. Or if things, trade well and we see Ethereum and Bitcoin break bullish, we could pop right out of that and go much higher. But the fact that we're going to consolidate out, it's definitely going to make it a lot easier for Theta to move up if and when it does decide to do so. So that's pretty much going to sum up today's episode, guys. I know a lot to talk about. I apologize if the episode can seem dry at times. I really try to, keep it going. I will be posting a Bit5 video this week, without a doubt. And I will also be, doing some more, I guess, inviting episodes soon, because I am anticipating a big move to come within cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum very quickly. But guys, thank you for supporting the channel. We're doing a giveaway at 10,000 subscribers, which is right around the corner. Otherwise, make sure to turn on post notifications. This way you don't miss out on any important crypto related news, chartings, activities, and drop a like, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.